as soon as the word that impacts our brain, that is chemistry, which is the first impact that we have on our brain. So chemistry means study of chemicals. What do you understand by study of chemicals? For that, we have to understand that what is a chemical actually. So, chemical or chemicals are present everywhere around us. From the beginning of our day, that means from the toothbrush to the night, whenever we use any kind of bed sheet or blanket, it is made up of one or another type of chemical. Even if you take a look on a food, so food also contains one or another type of nutrition values. This kind of nutrition values came from the structure which is present in the food. For an example, proteins. For an example, carbohydrates. For an example, fat, and even vitamins and minerals, which are very, very necessary for all of us. So, this study of all these types of materials, which is known as chemicals, we will deal with a branch of science. The branch of science which deals with study of chemicals is known as chemistry. Now, when we talk about chemistry, at that time, here, as I said, we will deal with the chemicals. We deal with different kinds of fields like petrochemical field, pharmaceutical field, dyeing industry, food industry, polymer industry, etc. These are a few examples only. We actually go through various types of applications where the chemicals are used in a huge amount. So now let's move ahead, and here we will have the branches of chemistry. How many branches are actually there? So when we talk about this particular word chemistry, it is typically divided into 5 main branches. So which are these 5 main branches of chemistry? Let's take a look on it one by one. The first branch is organic chemistry. Second branch is inorganic chemistry. Then we have a third one which is known as physical chemistry. After that, we have analytical chemistry. And last but not the least, biochemistry. Okay. Now, when we apply the knowledge of all these different branches, it becomes an applied branch. So, the next branch that came into existence is referred as applied chemistry. It's an application-based branch. Now, we will take a look on all of this one by one. So, the first one is organic chemistry, right? So, what do you mean by organic chemistry? The branch of chemistry which deals with study of organic compounds is known as organic chemistry. What do you mean by organic compounds. So, the compounds which contain carbon, hydrogen and oxygen is known as organic compound. Now, next is inorganic compound. So, inorganic compounds are the compounds which contain hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen or halogen, but they will not contain carbon. So, study of such compounds, such inorganic compounds is known as inorganic chemistry. Okay? Now, third one is physical chemistry. What is the meaning of this particular branch? So the branch of chemistry which deals with study of physical properties of the matter is known as physical chemistry. What do you mean by physical properties? So the properties involved here are like color, its state, its matter, like its melting point, its boiling point, etc. Its viscosity, density, this all are considered as the physical properties. Next branch that we will have here is analytical chemistry. So it is a branch of chemistry which deals with study of or deals with analysis of the compound is known as analytical chemistry. It can be of two types, qualitative analysis and quantitative analysis. Okay? Next one is biochemistry. So it's a branch of chemistry which deals with the study of biochemical reactions that happens in the living organism or even in non-living organism, but which contains certain biological compounds. Okay. Last but not the least, applied chemistry. Application of all these branches into practical life can be possible with applied chemistry only. Now, let's move ahead to the first topic, which is structure of an atom. So, atom is the smallest unit present on the earth. It's the smallest unit of any compound. Okay? So, John Dalton in 1805 considered that all matter composed of small particles, which are known as atoms. For us, three most important subatomic particles are there. First one, proton, second one, neutron, and third one, electron. These three particles came together and forms the structure of an atom. So as you can see here, the structure of an atom can be divided into two main parts. Number one, the nucleus. Number two, the orbitals. So in the nucleus, you can see proton and neutrons are there. They both combine with one force and they will be present in its nucleus. While around the nucleus, electrons continuously rotates or moves around the nucleus. This particular position or part is known as orbital. So here, electrons resides in the orbitals while protons and neutrons resides in the nucleus. Now, let's move ahead to the next one, which is the types of bonds. When we deal with the atom, so at that time, for us, it is very important that how these atoms actually came together and they form one molecule. The molecules came together and form a compound, right? So all of this are actually combining with each other through a chemical bond. Here, a chemical bond is defined as the force and attraction that acts between two or more atoms to hold them together as a stable molecule. They bind in such a way that they form a stable atom, a stable molecule. Now, let's take a look at the types of chemical bonds that we are going to study here. Number 1, ionic or electrovalent bond. Number 2, covalent bond. Okay. Number 3, coordinate covalent bond. As we know that, we can know it as this only. Fourth one is the metallic bond. And last but not the least, hydrogen bond.